Respect isn't just given, it has to be earned. By following the 5 lessons I'm about to share, you will start attaining more respect from others and never be disrespected again. The first lesson is you're inconsistent. A person who frequently changes their opinions can be seen as unreliable. I'm sure you've come across people who frequently change their minds, or they agree with you right away and don't back up their own opinion. It's hard to respect them if all they do is agree with you all the time. Being inconsistent can also be applied with your behavior. If you're someone who starts acting differently in different situations, it can say a lot about you to others. For example, if you're that person who starts changing their personality around girls, you tend to act more like an ass to your friends because you think by doing that it will impress them, but you're wrong. It only does the opposite, and they will have less respect for you because of the way you talk about your friends when they're not around. Don't be that person because your friends will only start to dislike you more, resulting in a more distant relationship. Because they feel like they can't trust you, and because of all that, you lost all your respect from them. The second lesson is self-doubt. If you don't know your self-worth, then you can never have respect for yourself. So many people will work a job that they have been slaving away to but never ask for a raise. Why is that? It's because they don't know their self-worth, or maybe they do but just don't have enough respect for themselves to do something about it. Or you're someone who is constantly seeking validation, saying things like, I don't look good enough to get her number, or she won't be interested in me. It humors me when people do this because it's either they just don't believe in themselves or because they have a need for approval. So if you can't even respect yourself, then how do you imagine being respected? It all comes down to you and then them. By knowing how to view yourself, others will view you the same. A simple way to do this is by approaching girls when your friends are too nervous. It will show them how much more confident you are than them, which will make them subconsciously start respecting you a lot more. I wasn't one to always approach girls, but neither were my friends, and I decided that I was going to stop doubting myself, so I started to approach more and more girls. Sure, not everyone was interested, which is fine, because it made my friends have the courage to do the same. They started to respect me so much more because I did what they couldn't. The third lesson is poor personal presentation. I always seem to come back to this topic because it plays such a crucial role. Not taking care of your personal hygiene or dressing inappropriately can affect others' respect for you. Every person judges another, it's just how we work. Whether it's in a positive way or a negative, they will judge. But it's your job to understand that your appearance will say a lot about yourself. Make sure to groom, brush, floss, use mouthwash, wear jewelry, and dress appropriately. I shouldn't have to tell you these things because you should already be doing it. I know someone who would smell 24/7, have pimples all over their face, wear the weirdest things imaginable, and didn't take care of their physical appearance. I didn't have respect for this guy because it showed me that he had no discipline or respect for himself, so neither will I. I was in university too, not even high school. That says a lot about that person because he's had so many years to get his shit together, but just never did. So start taking care of your personal presentation sooner than later. By now you've learned 3 essential lessons in order to gain respect, and I still have 2 more valuable lessons to offer, especially the last one, which will make everything so much easier. The 4th lesson is being too competitive. There are a lot of factors when it comes to being competitive. While in sports, it can be a good thing and help with boosting the morale of your teammates, which by doing so can make them respect you more. However, some can be competitive by acting self-centered. You may bring a person's feelings down just so you can be the one to shine. Like, for example, telling someone that they're too short and then saying, I'm lucky I'm 6'3". Sadly, there are people who do this because they still have the mental capacity of a 10-year-old and don't realize that people won't respect you if you do things like that. Instead, you should help them realize that they are fine and shouldn't worry about it. Once my friend talked about how he wishes he was taller, and me being 6'1". I said you shouldn't worry about things you can't control. but instead worry on how to improve everything else you can control. He then thanked me and started taking my feedback, and I had gained respect for him at that moment, because he didn't neglect my feedback. People can be so stubborn and think they're always right, and sure, they might be right half the time, but everyone should still be open to feedback no matter their status. Because by not doing that, you come off as disrespectful, which you shouldn't want. Finally, the fifth lesson that will make all the other lessons easier is being a role model. All these lessons I've shared are only because I've done them myself and slowly became a role model for my friends and others. I'm well respected and they follow me in my footsteps. The only way you can truly become a role model is by not trying to become one. Makes no sense, and yet it happened to me. Before, when I explained that by me approaching girls led to my friends being able to do the same, it showed them that I can be a good role model. Because on top of that, I never let someone talk negatively about themselves. I engage in conversations with guys and girls, and I believe overall, I'm just someone who knows how to talk effectively. So now for you to become the same, if that's what you want, you have to start making conversations with literally anyone. If they're elders, kids, teachers, classmates, it doesn't matter. Having strong communication skills is so essential for everything else in your life. The reason why I said that this lesson will make every other lesson easier is because all those lessons involve communication in one way or another. You won't make mistakes by always changing your opinions. You won't self-doubt because you know how to effectively talk to others and even get girls' numbers. Once your personal presentation gets better, people will get more attracted to you, which once again, being able to talk effectively will be crucial. Also, you won't be too competitive, but instead bring people up with you because you're actually a role model. All because you have the respect from others. I've shared 5 essential lessons with you in order to attain respect from others, but only if you're actually able to follow these lessons. I still have so much more to share, so be sure to give a follow so you can stay up to date with the next video.